Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing great and welcome to our second video, and it is on properties of operations and sequences. It's a fun topic, it's an easy topic, and I promise it's not going to be very long. So let's get on with it, okay? So the first thing we will talk about is, well, it's the fact family, right? So first of all, what is a fact family? A fact family is generally a group of words that when you apply them in different ways, they have some form of relationship. So, for example, if I have, let me use the color blue, and if I have the number 4, and then I have the number 8, and I have the number 12, I would consider these a fact family. Now, you would tell me, okay, why is this a fact family? Well, let me tell you why this is a fact family, right? So easy peasy, I'll move this up. The reason I would consider this a fact family is because if I say 4 plus 8, guess what? We have 12, right? If I say 8 plus 4, we have 12. Ignore my little addition sign, right? Similarly, if I say 12 minus 8, I'm going to get a 4. And if I say 12 minus 4, I get an 8. The idea is we have a relationship. So these three numbers have some form of a relationship. So this is a fact family for addition and subtraction. So a fact family for addition and subtraction. But there are also fact families for multiplication and divisions, right? So let's look into that. Let's see, if I look at a fact family, let's see, we have a 4, an 8, and a 32. This is considered a fact family, right? So let's see, what is a relationship? Easy peasy. If I have 4 multiplied by 8, I'm going to get a 32, right? If I have an 8 multiplied by 4, we get a 32, right? Same thing. If I have a 32 and I divide it by 4, I get an 8. Once again, 32 divided by an 8, and I get a 4. We have, once again, a relationship. This is considered a fact family because there is a relationship. And what is a relationship? It's in the multiplication and the division. So a fact family is simply a group of numbers that have some form of relationship. Now, why is this important? This is important because we're going to talk about sequences in a few modules ahead. So you need to find out whenever there's a sequence, there's a group of numbers in a line, there's some form of a relationship. And you need to find the relationship. So that's what it is. A fact family is based on a relationship. So I'm going to go back up and I'm going to write fact family, and I'll write a big fat R next to it saying that it's about a relationship. Easy peasy. Now we go to the next topic. So let me take my little arrow and I go down. The next topic is the associative property. I love the associative property. It actually makes things simple, right? It's a property, it's a rule that if you understand, math becomes easy. So before I talk about the associative property, let's talk about something we know about, right? Or we've heard about, and that's PEMDAS. So what is PEMDAS? PEMDAS is pretty much parentheses, right? So which is your brackets, exponents, which is, the thing on the top, right? Or x to a square or x to y. M is multiplication. D is division, A is addition, and S, you want to sneak it in, is subtraction. This is PEMDAS. So the first thing we're going to talk about in this PEMDAS is our parentheses or our brackets. Associative property is connected to the brackets. So let's take our associative property down because that's what we're going to talk about. But remember, the associative property is connected to the brackets. I'm going to make the arrow again, right? It's connected to the brackets. So how does the associative property work? we have to know that certain operations, such as multiplications and additions, have associative properties, while other operations like subtraction and division may not have associative property. Let's find out how. Easy peasy. So I'm going to go right here and I'm going to bring it nice and clean. I like a clean slate. So associative property. If I were to write equation, if I were to say, let's see, 3 plus 7 plus 9 equals, okay, wait, hold on a second. I have something better. That'll make sense. What if I were to say 3 plus 7, ooh, do you see my brackets? Plus 9 is equal to 3 plus 7 plus 9. Would you say that's a yes or no? Well, let's find out, right? 3 plus 7, easy peasy, is a 10. Plus 9, 3 plus 7 and 9, easy peasy, is a 16. 10 plus 9 is a 19. 3 plus 16 is a 19. Boom. We have an associative property. That means wherever the brackets are, it does not matter. If the bracket is between the 3 and the 7, or if the bracket is between the 7 and the 9, the answer is always 19, right? Now you'll say, well, duh, we all knew that. So when is there not an associative property? Let's talk about that. When do we not get an associative property? So I'm going to bring this up. Now look at this one, and then it all makes sense. If I were to tell you 7 minus 4 in brackets minus 3 is equal to 7 minus brackets 4 minus 3. Would you say this is an equal equation? Let's make a little line so we know we're not talking about the same thing. Would you say this is an equal equation? If I was in class, I'd say raise your hand, right? Well, let's look at it. 7 minus 4, right? So 4, 5, 6, 7. I get a 3. And then minus 3. We bring a 7. 4 minus 1. That means 4 minus 3. It's a 1, right? 3 minus 3 is a 0. 7 minus 1 is a 6. Guess what? They are not equal. Therefore, subtraction does not have an associative property. Do you see why associative property matters? Where you put in the brackets matter. It does not matter for addition, but it does matter for subtraction. Same thing for multiplication and division. Let's see if this makes sense, right? So let's move up. Let me give you another number. If I were to say 5 multiplied by 3, we put it inside a bracket, times 2 equals 5 times 3 times 2, right? Are they equal? Let's find out. 5 times 3 is 15. Multiplied by 2, we have a 5. 3 times 2 is 6, right? Well, actually, we don't need this bracket. Okay. There you go. 15 times 2 is 30. Ooh, 5 times 6 is 30. Yes, we have an associative property, right? So for multiplication, oh my goodness, there you go. That was a weird one. I don't want to go all squiggly on you right now. There you go, that's better. So we know that there is an associative property for multiplication. The question comes in, is there an associative property for division? Well, let's find out. I'm going to have my little, now I get to do my squiggly line, right? Let's see. If I were to put a division, if I were to put 12 divided by 6, put it inside a bracket, divided by 2, is this equal to 12 divided by 6 divided by 2? Well, let's see. Does it matter where I put the brackets? 12 divided by 6 is 2 divided by 2. 12 divided by 6 divided by 2 is a 3. Wow, I don't know if this is going to work or not, right? So let's go there. 12 divided by 2, 2 divided by 12. I am jumbling my words right now. 2 divided by 2 is a 1. Where's the math ball? Equal to 12 divided by 3. That is a 4. Guess what? We do not have an associative property for division. So associative property talks about where is your bracket? And the placement of the bracket, does it matter or does it not matter? If it does not matter, there is an associative property. If it does matter, there is no associative property. So super easy summary. If I were to make a little chart that says addition, and I would say multiplication, subtraction, and division, right? For addition, there is an associative property. For multiplication, there is an associative property. For subtraction, there is no associative property. And for division, there is no associative property. Easy peasy. And that's it. That was an easy topic. We just talked about the associative property, boom, and we talked about fact family. So get ready to answer all those questions, and I'll see you for module 3. Okay, bye.